welcome to another beer review with the Beer Man. Today I bring you a beer from North Riding, who are based in Scarborough, and this is their Imperial Stout Bourbon Barrel Aged, coming at 12%. And this is in collaboration with Needle and Pen, which I presume is a bar in Loughborough. I'm quite a fan of North Riding stouts, especially on cask, and I love their pub up Scarborough, and yeah, I've always enjoyed their stouts. So when I saw a Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout, I can't really remember the exact price about it for a while. It was a good price, and it was a no-brainer. I had to have it. Let's have a little closer look at the beer, eh? Now, it glutes in pretty well. I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure if it's actually thick or not. To me, it looks quite oily, but it also looks quite watery at the same time. There's a bit of fizz in there, so it's decently carbonated. No head, of course. With this style barrel aging, it's a rare occurrence. You'll get a decent head, but in terms of colour, I'm struggling to see through. I can't see through this, to be honest. But if I look lightly here, it's very, very dark mahogany, I'd say. But it is fairly pitch black, really. So, yeah, go with that. Yeah, so there's only one thing to do, isn't it? And then just have a little sniff, eh? Smells okay. I definitely get the barrel character, that woodiness. You do get that bourbon-y, vanilla-y smell, but I do get a bit of sense of red winey type vibes here. Yeah, I do get red wine vibes with this, I must say. It smells pretty good. It's not the favourite smelling bourbon barrel aged stout I've ever had, but it smells fine enough. But give it a taste, eh? There's only so much you can say about bourbon, just straightforward stouts, and it doesn't. Is it roasty and stuff? Not really. It's got kind of a sweetness to it, but let's go to taste, eh? Cheers. The body's really good. And yes, it is oily. The body's really good. It's quite easy to drink, I must say, even though it is oily. There's a nice little fizz in there, just a bit of carbonation, which is perfectly fine and perfectly good for me with this style. You definitely get the alcohol. You do definitely get some alcohol in this one. The character itself, it's not the strongest I've had, but it's definitely there, and that woodiness. And the bourbon, you do get that vanilla. I do get a slight red wine quality to this. Whether it's slightly oxidated from the barrels, but it tastes fine. And it's not oxidated per se, but there's a slight red wine thing going on with this. But it tastes perfectly good. There's a nice warmth on the throat. I'm just watching inside this glass. It is really fascinating, because it's like it is trying to fight against the body. The bubbles are. Yeah, it's a good stout. It's a pretty good stout. Yeah. And there's a bit of a cherry thing in there too. Red fruits. There's a sweetness to it, but not sweet per se. Yeah, it's a pretty good stout, to be fair. I must say, I think this is pretty good stout. And if you have a bottle of this, it lasts, according to North Riding, till the last day of 2031. So 31st December 2031. It was brewed in the 14th of September 2020 and then packaged on 13th of October 2021. So it's a little over a year in the bottle. It's a little just under a year in the bottle. And yeah, I can imagine this saving for quite some time. Whether it'd be good, I don't know, because that red wine character, and I've had issues with that type of flavouring, especially over a long period of time. That's including wax ones as well. So I wouldn't keep it that long, I don't think. But it'd be fine for at least a few years, I'd say. Yeah, it would be interesting. I wish I bought a couple. Yeah, I'm looking at this glass now. There's like a bit of a fatty slip, or like an oil split between oil and water. It's quite fascinating. But yeah, very good stout. It's one of the best bodied ones I've had from North Riding. Sometimes I have a bit of an issue with their stouts in terms of the body. This is really good. Time for a rating. In terms of a stout, I think it's not world class, I don't think, but it is pretty good. It just depends on that rating. That rating, it's a bit of a weird one. Because I've definitely had better straightforward barrel-aged stouts. I think I prefer the actual flavour. I think I prefer the Matador I had, but the beer quality is better in this, 100%. The brewing process is a little bit better, and you can tell. Certainly of better quality, but I prefer the flavour of the other one. So what it lacks in flavour, it actually helps with the body. And I think for stouts, a lot depends on the body. You know, if it's got great, it needs to have flavour, of course, and very good flavour. And this does have good flavour, so it kind of balances everything out. But the body's really good. So for me, yeah, it's probably like a 4.2 is probably where I'm at with this, more than 2.5, just to differentiate between the two. So yeah, it's a 4.2 from me. Very nice stout from North Riding once again. And hope you've enjoyed this review. I will kick back for the rest of the night with this, I think. And yeah, looking forward to it. Hope you've enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.